Hello. Welcome.
Wait, is this about
Oh my god, you were a robot again. What did you do? What did you play that you have used the voice
I
chat?
don't know. Ever since I downloaded it, it's like overridden my regular microphone. It's awful.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny that you just joined sometimes and you're a robot. I think that's hilarious.
I'm going to fix that now. Just give me one sec.
Yes.
Okay, is this any better?
You didn't
No?
change. You're not a robot anymore. You kind of were a robot when you joined at the beginning, but now you're not
okay.
anymore already. So you don't have to worry.
Fair
You're
enough.
good.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, do you want today's topic, which is hope and optimism? What positive possibility?
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Maybe everything explodes. Who knows? Okay.
Maybe, hopefully.
Hopefully, or hopefully not. I can talk. What positive possibilities have I been dismissing, or where do I tend to catastrophize? I think you tend to catastrophize, Assassin. I think that could help you.
Yes. No. I think that's. That's putting it lightly, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. I think it's a thing that a lot of people can probably relate to, catastrophizing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do that too. I do that too much. So we'll see. Okay. Let's start with something simple. Let's start with something that you've been seeing less positive than you could have. What could Assassin... So what could Assassin have been... Where's Assassin not seeing the positives in his life? Where could he see the positives more? Spirit, please tell me. Oh. Well, that's a lot of cards. Maybe there's a lot of things now. I don't think there's that many things.
That's not good, is it?
I don't think there's that many things.
I think there's not that many things. Otherwise, there's a lot of things I need to work on.
I just realized the camera is in a weird angle as well.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm burning myself. Okay. I think that works. I think that's better. I don't know if that's better.
Yeah.
We'll see. Okay. Same question. Spirit. Again, too many cards. So maybe you're just doing it overall.
Oh no.
Now we'll see. What topics could Assassin be seeing more of the positives? What positive things has Assassin been missing? They're really making me struggle here. Like, either maybe you haven't been missing any of the positives. Or maybe you've been just doing it a lot. Because I don't know why, but they don't want to give me a card right now. I'm shuffling forever. I don't know.
Why does it not want to give you a card?
I don't know. Maybe there's just... Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh, there we go. There's a card.
I just realized I've never looked up what kind of bird this is on the Justice card. What do you think this bird is? This might be a magpie, but it has weird eyes. Like, I don't know. It looks like a magpie, but
it could be a magpie. Yeah, I've got no idea if I'm.
Because it's not. I think it's supposed to be a magpie, but it does look kind of weird for a magpie. Maybe it's just because it's from underneath. There's the underneath perspective. I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe.
It's funny that we are talking about catastrophizing and you're getting the Page of Swords, which is all a lot of mental energy.
Oh no.
So with the Hierophant in reverse, I kind of feel like that there's some things that you are doing differently than other people that you could appreciate more. Like, maybe there are some things in your life that you're, not acting like how everybody else would act, if that makes sense. There's... With this Page of Swords as well, you might have some different opinions on stuff the other people maybe don't have that. Like, some people maybe don't agree with you. And Justice card. Maybe this is politics, or this is some. I mean, this is very
It very well could
specific.
be.
This is kind of specific, but I feel maybe there is something here where you have different opinions than other people, where maybe the way that you see it is like it's not like it's a burden, or it's almost like it's almost like it's too much. Like, it's too, maybe sometimes it's a burden for you having a different opinion than other people, or sometimes it's like, it's just like, why do I have this opinion? If I could just have another, like, the same opinion as other people, then I could just, like, this conversation would be a lot more easy, or this would just be a lot more simple. But I feel like having this, like, those different opinions is actually something that you, like, value about yourself. Maybe deep down, or you would love to value it more, but you've kind of just been pushing it down a little bit, or not, like, appreciating your individuality here, where you could be appreciating that more. Maybe you have maybe if there's something that is important to you when it comes to your opinion, you really like to stand up for it, you really like to say something. And of course, in a lot of those situations, there's usually, or a lot of the time, not going to be a positive reaction from people. Or when you're standing up to your beliefs, not everybody's always going to agree with what you're saying. But I think in this sense that you actually appreciate that, but maybe you've been talking down to yourself a little bit here, because obviously people were not having a good reaction, or maybe there's just, like, the overall, whatever happens when you talk about this, or when you say this opinion, is just like the reactions aren't that positive. So because you're kind of a little bit of a people pleaser, you kind of tend to talk down your individuality sometimes, maybe.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm not gonna lie.
So yeah, I think that's a good opportunity to appreciate that about yourself. Because standing up for the things that you think is right, or, like, standing up for your own opinions, your own morals, the things that basically make you special, maybe not make you special, but it's one of the things that deeply define you, I think, or that like you appreciate about yourself. I think showing this kind of authenticity outwardly, yes, can be challenging at times, especially because most of the times we are authentic. A lot of the times there is not a positive reaction to that. I think that being more authentic here, or appreciating your authenticity here, and giving yourself a clap on the back every time you are showing up authentically is a cool thing that you could do more. Let's see where you tend to catastrophize now.
This is going to have everywhere written all over it. I can just tell.
Okay, so this is imposter syndrome. Okay.
I feel like I've heard this before. Here we go.
I feel like we're on a roundabout. No, but
yeah.
this is imposter syndrome, and it's even when it comes to things. I guess this is also. I mean, this is like things that you're confident in, or that you feel confident in, right? Let's say, for example, let's say the top. Okay, we're not talking about Minecraft PvP, but I'm just gonna name it as a topic. Like, I'm just gonna use it as an example for this, right? Let's say you're really good at Minecraft PvP, right? Because that's something that happens to me sometimes. You're really good at Minecraft PvP, or you're good at something where you're on the computer. You have to be skilled. You're a skilled gamer, whatever. And you're really good at this thing and you've become really confident in what you do, but then maybe there's somebody else saying, oh, you're really bad, or those like trolls that go,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, or your mama or whatever. It's just some 13-year-old in a game, right? And just sometimes there's people like that doesn't affect, right? But obviously even though obviously some people, they can still get a little bit under your skin, even though like logically, that doesn't make sense that this person is like affecting me this much right now. I know this person is probably 13 or just a troll or whatever, but their words, they're still kind of hurt me. Like I still get triggered. And then like taking whatever this person said and like making it about a statement, about an identity statement about yourself, and being like, just subconsciously or unconsciously, this is what that means about me now. Now this person has said I'm bad, so
Brilliant.
I guess I'm bad now. I guess I'm it's kind of what I'm seeing, like stuff that you're like really good at, or like you're really positive about, and then somebody else's influence is like, no, you're not, and then that kind of hits a point in you where you're like, oh no, I guess they said it. I guess it must be true. I guess I'm not that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
And catastrophizing in this sense, it can lead to just losing games, or like just playing a lot worse because you take this other thing that this person says and you take it at face value and you just take it to your heart, even though it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, we all know it doesn't matter, but the second thing you tend to catastrophize about, I feel like it has to do with finances. And
this could be true.
With overmanagement, like being everywhere all of the time with your head in, like, it feels like you're probably good with finances. You would probably be very aware of your finances and where your money goes. But you'd also be very stingy with it. You'd be very hyper vigilant, hyper aware of like, I need to do this, or I need to do that, or I need I don't know. It feels like you're very much like, the Four of Pentacles in itself is kind of like how you see how he's like sitting in front of the crystals. He's kind of he's kind of hoarding them, right? He's kind of taking care of them. He's making sure that nobody else takes his stuff away. And in reverse, sometimes that can be good, or sometimes it can be like a little more of an extreme version with that. And with the Chariot here, usually the Chariot is a good thing, but we're talking about catastrophizing here. So I feel like maybe sometimes you tend to catastrophize when it comes to finances, and you just tend to maybe be a little too all up in it, be a little bit too everywhere. I'm everywhere. I don't know. Like, I need to know where every cent goes, and like if I don't, I'm gonna go crazy, and I need to also make sure I have all my finances planned for the next 3.5 years, or I don't know.
That sums up me. Yeah. I would never take an unexpected holiday. I'd always like plan like a good like couple of months ahead, and be like, okay, I got this much money, I need to do this. Oh shit, what about this? Yeah, it sounds like me.
Yeah, and overall, I mean, being on top of your finances is not a bad thing, but in this particular sense, it just seems like there's a lot of anxiety and like over management, a little bit of stinginess, and like possessiveness of your like belongings, which is it's not a best thing. I don't feel like there needs to be that much anxiety. Even the energy is very stable. I think it needs to be there. So
yeah.
I want to see with these two cards where we can go from here. I think I might have some good advice for this. So we'll see what we might do with this. Hi, Sophie, by the way.
Hello, Sophie.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we have for this problem, or this particular. What advice can we give us? Ah, the sun. Interesting. Interesting that the sun is coming out for this. Could not have guessed that that would be the card to come out. But again, shuffling, taking a bit longer.
I feel like it's trying to actually read me.
Maybe you're not easy to read. Maybe spirits.
No, I'm not.
You're mysterious. Okay.
Oh, something came out.
Funny. I mean, this looks like this might be connecting to those cards a little bit as well. Like
maybe
security, forethought, thrift, and it's just look at him.
I don't think I've.
He is hoarding.
Oh my god.
He is hoarding.
What's it saying? I need to like hoard more.
No. No! Look, he can't. He doesn't have any more space in his little cheeks. His cheeks are fully
Oh no!
This is this is totally.
Well, you know what? I'm glad it's a card that I've not seen before, so that's good. That's
Yeah. I mean, eventually you're just gonna be through all my decks. You've seen every card, so yeah. But
I mean, there is a card for everything. I agree. But I only know the same like few cards.
Yeah, I mean you get a lot of the same cards, which I guess we're moving on from that, which maybe that means growth. Yeah.
It's that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? Oh. Chamomile, gentleness, relaxation, sleep, snow, rest, contemplation. Interesting. It's... Okay, I think these two cards are about this. I'm not gonna lie. I think these two cards are for this, and these two cards are for this.
Okay. Okay.
I think with the financial thing, that the way you could approach this in a more healthy way, or the way that what you could do better here is you have all this stuff that you know maybe you want to have experiences, or you want to kind of live your life. Like there's some certain things that you want to do. Maybe there are daily things even that you're kind of being too stingy with, where you could be nicer to yourself. So sometimes when it comes to finances even, like us humans, we are very much, like we are very much relying on routine a lot. So when we get into a routine of maybe we have a 9 to 5, we have a day job, and we kind of come into this routine of like, okay, I'm working, I'm coming home, then I do this, right? And then I go, when I go shopping, I buy this. And when it's always, we kind of like slip into things, and it gets very mundane sometimes. Sometimes the mundane is kind of just, and then we just kind of get into acceptance, okay, this is how our life is, and then we just get used to it. We don't experiment with things anymore. We're not really much of like we stay in the mundane. To get out of that, to not be in this mundane like energy, or to like maybe get some more excitement into this, especially with like what this is here, I feel like financially you are kind of always in the same pattern, or like you very much got used to this pattern of, oh, I plan ahead for this amount of time, or like I'm not saying you shouldn't plan ahead. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that there's some anxiety attached to this here. Maybe there's some pressure that just doesn't need to be there. Like you clearly have some like finances laid back, or maybe there's a bunch of like money that you save every month for certain things. But with the sun here, I feel like maybe there's daily things, or maybe there's things that you could do every single day, where you don't need, that doesn't even need to mean spending more money, but it could just mean spending your money differently on things that could actually give you more happiness on the daily. Or it could also mean investing into things that you know could make your daily life easier, that could make your daily life better, just because you're not in this mundane energy anymore, or just because you're looking at things differently. Like if you look from the outside, which is interesting because this deck even has a card for that. I'm curious that it didn't come out, but like looking at things from a top-down perspective, seeing things anew, and seeing like, oh, I've been using this money this way until now. Maybe there's some everyday things that I could just do for my body, or maybe there's something in my home, like even maybe if you look around your home, maybe there's something that you do that you subconsciously do, or that is there, maybe that you haven't been paying attention to, that is like, actually, I always do this, but you know what? I could afford, like, for example, I'm going to name an example here. Maybe you've always been doing your laundry, and you notice that you are always hanging out your laundry, you're always putting out your laundry, but maybe you can afford a dryer, or like a washer with a dryer that would just dry your laundry for you, so you wouldn't have to spend that time on laundry, for example. And or maybe you have a very specific like food that you always cook, or you notice that there's just something that takes longer, and maybe there's something that you know you can afford now that doesn't take this much time, or maybe you can just get something for your body. Maybe there's some like sport equipment that you could get yourself. You notice like, oh, that would maybe make like sport easier for me. Like it's those little things where I feel like you could invest in yourself, in your own happiness more differently, with less anxiety. And that makes sense. So
yeah,
that's the first pile. And then the second pile, which I find very interesting, that we got two very similar cards here. We got chamomile, which is about gentleness, relaxation, and sleep. Like chamomile is a very relaxing plant. If you've ever had chamomile tea, that's like one of the standard things. Like everybody kind of has chamomile tea in their household. It's kind of, I don't know, if, at least to me, I feel like that's like a standard thing to have in their home. I don't know if that's actually the case, but chamomile tea, or like chamomile, and then we have snow, which is rest, contemplation. Also very eerie because I was watching Hunger Games videos earlier, and snow is the villain in those, which it's not related to this reading, but it's kind of eerie that this comes out to me. But snow, rest, and contemplation, which is, those are very calm cards for the topic that we talked about, which like, when it comes to your abilities, when you're very confident in something, when you're very much in your own power and you believe in yourself, and then these two calm cards come out. You also got the owl here on this card, which the owl to me is also like a very calm animal. It's a very, it's a wise, all-knowing, like kind of animal that is just, to me, it gives us a calm energy, but at the same time, they can be predators. They can really be, you can see the claws here. They can be predators. They can be really, yeah, they can be dangerous, and they do kill like smaller animals like mice and whatever they can catch, I guess.
Yeah.
So this comes out here. Or maybe, you know what, with this financial thing, maybe there's some things that you could do also that is like, maybe where you could relax more, maybe where you could just be nicer to your body. I feel like generally there's some things that you could do to be nicer to your body.
Yep.
Oh. But very, you know what, I want confirmation. I can just ask for confirmation about these two cards in the context of this.
Okay.
It would be very oh god. Okay, so Four of Swords.
That was
okay.
very quick.
Four of Swords reversed in connection with these two cards. Very clear message. So Four of Swords like this is all about rest, relaxation. Yeah. It's not exactly what we just talked about. Exactly, it's an exact match to the cards we just pulled, but it's in reverse, which is restlessness, burnout, just knowing you need to rest, not really resting anyways. And the Empress. So, okay, I'm gonna say it because I heard it. I don't know. I'm gonna say it. So I think when you have these situations where maybe other people's opinions can kind of put you down, or maybe even your own imposter syndrome, even though you know that you're like very good at something, and you know that you're very capable of something, I believe that with these two cards here, that sometimes you are too, like, again, this is something we've already talked about kind of with other readings, but too hard on yourself. Giving yourself, like, the benefit of the doubt. There's not much He's okay. The crow is kind of surrounded, or whatever this bird is. I think it's a crow. A crow, maybe not.
Crow, yeah.
I think it's a crow. It's surrounded by thorns. You see, it's kind of like it's like sitting lunch together. It's sitting like very much like
I can see it. Yeah,
and that is even in this, like the claws, they stick out to me. So it's like you're kind of hard on yourself. Like the thorns is your own like judgment. You're judging yourself very harshly here. You're judging yourself very harshly here, and maybe in situations where you know you need to rest, you keep pushing yourself. Like this, there's this energy here. If you keep pushing yourself and you just keep at it, like you don't. We actually had this in another reading. I swear to God, we had this in another reading with you where it was all about you just keep pushing yourself in your body because and you're like you're not allowing yourself to rest here. When you do have this beautiful Empress energy, and the Empress, she is our all of the queens and all of the different suits, our Queen of Pentacles, our Queen of Cups, our Queen of Wands, and our Queen of Swords. She embodies all of those queens. Right? So she truly is our divine earthly feminine. Like she's the feminine of the earthly plane. So she truly has all of those qualities that that means you have all of those qualities that you would need to actually give yourself this self-love and to be gentle to yourself in your head about it. It's just you're so used to pushing yourself, you're so used to like being harsh that just being gentle and just being kind to yourself in this situation feels wrong. It feels out of place, like it's not supposed to happen. And I find that a bit sad, even though I gotta say, since we've talked about this another time, I do think I feel change. It's not I don't feel like nothing has changed. I do feel you're more aware of it, which is good. I feel there's more awareness. I just think that there's still this feeling of this doesn't feel right when I do this, right? And it won't. It won't feel right when you do this, because the whole like start and beginning of this stuff and like continuously having to do it, it's never going to feel quite right, because the job of your nervous system, again, is not to do what feels unsafe, what feels unfamiliar. It's supposed to keep you safe, and what's safe is familiar. So if you've been doing it for this long, it's been working, it's been giving you life, there's no reason for your nervous system to really change that. But just by choosing, I feel what I'm feeling is like step by step. Just do it step by step. Every single time you have a negative thought or something comes up, and you go and you're kind, you're choosing to be kind to yourself and choosing to allow yourself to rest instead of keeping like on and pushing yourself. Reward yourself a little bit. Tell yourself, hey, I did a good job. I did a good job. Because the brain really, it does learn through reward. It does not learn through, oh no, now we didn't do it again. It learns through if we reward ourselves. It learns through if we're nice to ourselves. Then it learns, hey, I did something nice. I actually just got rewarded for that. I actually just got a compliment for that, so maybe I'll do that the next time as well. So I do think there's change here with this. And when I say about winter, yes, it's rest, it's contemplation. I say maybe spring is more of the renewal card here, but I'm also hearing renewal, so I'm gonna say I feel renewal in the sense of winter is kind of the period of the season where we go into before we like start to bloom anew. Like it's kind of the period of time where we don't get that much sunlight, we don't get that much external maybe influence. Like everything seems kind of frozen, and it doesn't feel like we're moving forward. But that is the most important time, or like the most important part of a transition, because in those situations, if you keep going, even though you're not really seeing any results, even though you're not really seeing any outcomes, but you're still keep doing it, you're telling your brain, this is important to me, this is who I am, and even though I'm not really seeing, like I'm not really getting anything from it just yet, or like this is with everything. You could really apply this to everything, like what I'm talking about right now.
Mhm.
Even if I'm
Yeah.
not really seeing the results yet, I'm still doing it. So it must be important to me. It must be who I am. And
Mhm.
you're creating something very beautiful. And then when those flowers come to bloom, when the spring comes around, it's very beautiful because we see all of the hard work that we've put in over this winter time, and it gets so beautiful because we kind of see like what difference it actually made for us. And over the months of keep doing it, like you'll eventually see, wow, like a few months ago I would have reacted completely different to this. I have not been like this, and you see those beautiful flowers grow, and it really makes a difference. And there's also there's flowers here in the background too. It's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, another detail I just noticed: the Empress on this deck. Look at this little dog. It's sitting in a lot of stuff. Like it's also hoarding a little bit. I mean, it's also a little bit like it's surrounding itself by stuff, but it's like, but in this way, it's kind of a good thing because like it's happy with the stuff, right? It's happy with it. It's enjoying it. It's allowing itself to enjoy it. So that's kind of also the message that we had here. And those two they kind of look a bit similar. I don't know. So yeah.
They do. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the reading. That was so
It was
nice.
a pretty good reading. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Do you have any more questions?
Me, I don't really have any more questions. It was nice to get something a little bit different from what I usually get.
True.
No, I don't really have any more questions.
Okay, thank you so much, Assassin. Then, Loki, I want to know
You're
too
very
what the
welcome.
cards would tell me. Oh my god, I've listened to Assassins. Yeah. All right. Oh,
I'll just leave stage.
Oh, you're good. Okay. Get going. All right. So Sophie and Guard had to go. All right. Let's do like a shorter version of what we just had with Assassin. Right?
Yeah, sure, of course. Because last time we also had a reading. Is my audio fine because I'm still outside?
It's a bit like, but I don't think it matters too much. I think it's fine.
All right. Okay. Awesome.
Okay. Let's see with you, then, Kitsune. What could you be more optimistic about in your life, or what are you currently missing out on in your life where you could be more optimistic about something? Oh, okay, that felt.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Aww. I like this. Okay, so we got energy, leadership, and creativity. And we got presence and self-awareness. So time.
Okay.
I really like these two cards because this is about self-belief. This reading is about self-belief. So it's about where you've been talking down to yourself when it comes to taking charge of your life. Like maybe there's certain areas of your life where you feel like you could take charge or you are taking charge, but maybe there's a small part of your brain that's telling you, who am I to take charge here? Who am I to be doing this? Who am I to be like putting myself into like this position where I have like a lot of control, like in kind of leadership position or taking charge that much in your life? And it's really just, don't listen to that little voice. That little voice doesn't know shit, right? I mean, the carnelian is such a beautiful crystal as well. Like this beautiful red. It's a very bold red, and there's even red candles on this card. It's a very bold red, and it's really about believing that you can do it and believing that you are worthy of the positions that you are in and that you have ended up in. And we got chamomile again. So I believe presence and self-awareness and gentleness, relaxation. Actually, I want to clarify that as well. What is this about in this context for Kitsune? Oh. The Empress again. Okay. All right.
I'm the queen.
You are. Which in this case, it makes sense. It's funny you said that. It's very funny you said that. With
No way.
yes, you are. You're supposed to recognize that you are, and that you can allow yourself to be. Right? It's kind of that energy. It's kind of like death in reverse. It's kind of like you're not allowing yourself to transition, to have this transition, and to trust in your own abilities here, to trust that you're capable, to trust that you can do it. There's really just like like being present, allowing yourself to be present and to be self-aware of your abilities, to not talk down your own abilities because it feels threatening. Like imposter syndrome is a theme today, but it feels threatening and you're talking yourself down. Like, what is the advice for this here? Some advice. Of course. Yeah, you're not allowing yourself this like happiness, like this is like, this feels like happy ending energy, but it's like, you know that you've reached a point in your life where you can take charge, and we're allowed to take charge, and where you like taking charge would feel right. It would feel right. It would feel like the right thing to do in the moment. And even like those animals, like I don't know exactly what kind of animal this is. It looks like a lizard. I know it's not a lizard, but it looks. And they look.
It's like, I think. Oh my goodness! Yeah, I think I know. It's like a Sand in Sandteufel. It's like in German. It can spew blood. I think maybe it's that or something else.
Sand devil. I don't know, something.
Not sure.
I don't think it spews blood, but it like eats animals. But it's I think it moves very quickly, right? It has this energy. It's assertive. It moves very quickly, I believe, and it eats those little animals. I think, look at this, like, it looks very decisive. It knows what it is, right? Even though, like, it's small, it knows exactly its capabilities and what it's capable of.
Oh, yeah.
And you are kind of not allowing yourself to make this transition here, of, like, moving into those capabilities. We have the devil on the bottom. So maybe we have the devil on the bottom, so this could be a pattern that you have, that maybe when there's times that you could move up, or you could be assertive and could take charge of a situation, and that may be beneficial to you, or will most likely even be beneficial to you. You hold yourself back and you let somebody else take charge. You let somebody else do the work. You let somebody else step in, even though in that situation. Right. Even though in that situation, you're like, I could take charge right now. I could take the reins, and I would do a better job than this person has just done.
Girl, you're so right.
And this is just kind of telling me that it's time for you to do this. And it's time for you to be bold, and it's time for you to take those risks. They're not going to be maybe successful 100% of the time. They never are. Yeah. You are going to learn to trust yourself, and you're going to learn what leadership feels like. And that's a very cool thing.
Hey.
Yay!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey. I mean, I feel like imposter syndrome is a big thing in my life. I'm slowly unlearning it, but I feel like it takes a while to unlearn what I have had for decades. Not decades, I'm not that old. I don't think that's possible. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's kind of baked into us as human beings in general, especially like... It's a generational thing too. Like, older generations always think they know best, and whatever. Or like if in a job you have all those different, what's it called? Like, you have all those different positions with whole different power, and you're supposed to respect like the people above you. But then sometimes, obviously, they're also just human. They're also just idiots.
I feel like everyone from everywhere you're attacked, like people underneath you on your same level. Like, okay, I mean, there's no such thing as people underneath you, but like people who know less than you,
like the social hierarchy. Yeah, the social hierarchy. Yeah.
I feel like you can, you low-key get attacked everywhere. You can, at least.
Yeah, and that's rough, right? You're expected to just fall into place. You're just expected to just kind of like agree with everything. Yeah.
No.
I don't even know what I wanted to, like, why I started to talk about this just now, but apparently it's relevant. I mean, I don't know.
It is. I mean, both Assassin and I got imposter syndrome.
Oh, right, that's why I talked about it. Right, that's why I talked about it. My brain sometimes. Okay.
Your brain's awesome.
Thank you. But imposter syndrome, yes, it's. I mean, you are never. Also, one thing I wanted to say: you will never 100% unlearn imposter syndrome, because imposter syndrome will happen every single time you grow. It is a natural side effect of growth, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. You want to grow. You want to have a little bit of imposter syndrome. You have to, every time you get a little bit of imposter syndrome, you get the chance to prove to yourself that you can step up and that you can be this person. And it's never going to feel 100% natural at the beginning. But when we are in the process of becoming something or someone, or becoming good at something, or in your case, taking leadership, taking charge in situations, it is not going to feel comfortable in the beginning. And the more we do it, even though it's scary, maybe even though we've had failure, which is like when you've had failure, even more of a reason to do it again, because now you know what not to do, or now you know what won't work, so you can try again. And this is it's kind of the price of growth, to have imposter syndrome. And even people that seem like they have it all figured out, they have all of this money, they have all, like, the millionaires, like whatever company chief, whatever company they're leading, they don't. They also have imposter syndrome. They struggle with this. They do self-talk. They talk to themselves all the time.
I feel like Trump should have more imposter syndrome, though.
Yeah,
and Elon Musk.
Probably should. It would probably be beneficial. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like you sprinkle a little bit, but that's also just like self-awareness, you know, like very self-aware.
I think, you know what? Maybe I want whatever therapist Trump has, please. Or whatever coach.
I don't know if that would. I don't know if Trump would be the kind of person to like believe in therapy. Maybe no.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know how this works. Like, do they get therapy? Are they people that get, like, they should probably have like a therapy on standby at all times. If you're the president of the United States, you probably have a therapy or therapist on standby.
Yeah.
But I don't know how this works.
I have no idea.
It probably feels like there should be.
But like, genuinely, imagine you're just like some, psychology student. And then at some point you get the job, right? And you talk to the president and he's like, I kind of feel bad about, building another nuclear weapon. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right.
I don't know if this would actually be a conversation that would be happening. But yeah, if I was a therapist and I was in that situation, yeah, I'd be pissed too, yeah. Especially because I don't know. If I was a therapist, I would not choose Trump as my client, period. But
no,
no,
for sure.
I mean, I don't know how this works. I don't know how they like get I don't know.
Yeah,
they probably have like a special therapist just for the White House or something. Who knows?
For sure, but I don't think. I mean, obviously, nobody's gonna publish any of that information.
I think might probably be public. I think you just look it up. I don't know.
No,
but
okay,
probably.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's that secretive if that be a thing. But all right. Thank you so much for Kitsune.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for Kitsune. Anyways, thank you so much for being Kitsune. And thank you so much, Assassin. I love to give you those readings. It was very nice. Those were very cool readings.
Thank you so
much.
I
hope you have a good night. Bye-bye.